I don't mean to be rude, right? But it's kind of implied that if you're asking a lawyer, you're asking them a legal question. You don't call your podiatrist and ask them about your taxes, do you?
No,
Most people ask questions about problems that they have in their life, and I try to point them in the right direction.
That's not a lawyer, that's a therapist. So as a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to provide like better advice than the average person?
Law school.
Huh?
Law school?
Okay, so like how? Like what about law school?
I mean, like, that's a really loaded question. It's like asking an engineer, what makes you better at being an engineer than just someone off the street that went to
what if you
high
ask
school?
a lawyer like an emotional question? Does law school make you like more qualified to answer that kind of question?
That's not what we do. These are legal questions.
You said they come for problems. You didn't clarify. You said legal problems. What if I'm a lawyer?
So, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, right? But it's kind of implied that if you're asking a lawyer, you're asking them a legal question. You don't call your podiatrist and ask them about your taxes, do you?
No, I just asked you, I was like, what do you do? You said answer people's questions with problems. So that
Correct. Most people have like problems. They don't know where to start.
Problems.
I don't need to specify legal problems. It's implied with the word lawyer.
Where'd you go to law school?
I went to Jones School of Law.
There you have it. So this was an interaction between a lawyer and a person walking by. So based on that, what do you think, P? What do you think?
She's just being annoying. She's being a Karen. I mean,
okay.
The sign says ask a lawyer.
Okay. I'm gonna play
automatically. What would you ask a lawyer?
Legal questions. So I'm gonna play devil advocate, right? So I think I seen someone say, hey, the lawyer needs to be a little bit more specific because he's a lawyer. What do you think think about that?
I think like I said, I'm not asking a lawyer question. I'll just have a regular conversation. I could say you could ask the question better. What kind of answers can a lawyer give me? If we say lawyer, you'll expect anything to do with the legal, whether
I
it's
agree.
Needing help in court, needing a lawyer to do paperwork for buying a house, you need a business lawyer. You know, those are questions I'll ask a lawyer. Like he said, you wouldn't go to a podiatrist and ask for law advice. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she just kept going in on him, I think he handled it well.
He did.
He's a well professional. He handled it well. I'm sure he's dealt with many people like that, because if he's a lawyer, that's what they deal with. People that's unhinged and they're just doing their thing.
I think she had him in her head where she is like, you're not a lawyer, you're a therapist. I'm speaking hypothetically, but
right.
You know, like when people have a conversation and some like, oh, lawyers are just therapists, and they meet a real lawyer and they try to pull off that you know, a lawyer is a therapist, and it's like, no.
But that's just something you just don't confuse. I mean, doctor, lawyer, therapist. I'll be mostly close to the link doctor to therapist than doctor to lawyer.
I could understand why, because you need to tell your lawyer everything so you're protected. So at that point, you come like a therapist where you're just telling them everything. But the reality
so you think that chick has probably been to a few lawyers?
I don't think so. I'm just making the simile where she's equating one to the other. It's
okay. I see what you're saying.
Where someone is listening to you and they're taking notes. You know what I'm saying? Because a lawyer it's in the same way where a lawyer needs to listen, take enough notes so they could defend you in court. A therapist doesn't do that. A therapist helps you, whether depending on what type of therapist, to get back to or get to a point where you need to be, or help you solve something.
So you think she needed a therapist?
She needed a therapist based on the question she was asking.
So the lawyer should have said, hey, I think I could prescribe you to a
recommend you.
Yeah.
But he handled it well, like you said. I think his demeanor, his calmness, and he could see that. He's like, and he said, I don't mean to be rude, but you won't go. And he stated it, and well said as a lawyer. And that's the whole thing. She chose the right one, and that was the right one, a lawyer. Don't choose a lawyer to argue with.
So his little thing he had said, ask a lawyer. That's all it said. Is that a good promotion?
Definitely good promotion. I liked it.
It triggered
because
her.
It's clear. think about this, right? That's breaking the norm of putting up a billboard, right? And you're going to see more of that where people are self-marketing themselves. He got a sign, he's chilling in the park. As you walk past, you could stop and ask him a quick question. Hey, are you a lawyer? Yeah, I got this. I heard blah, blah, blah. Or Keisha and them got a problem. I think you should see that type of stuff. It's one-on-one, right? So that's good marketing, right? But then again, you do get the people that feel the need to challenge your profession.
Right.
And that's what I think she was doing. You know, I didn't see the person, but, you know, based on the conversation I heard, that's my assumption, you know. Probably she was legit trying to understand, but this one was
I didn't see it that way, because the other people she was there with, they kind of like didn't say much either, because she came there with a woman and another guy. They both stopped, but she was the only one talking. The other one,
the guy seen the camera, he was like, I don't know why we always.
Yeah, she definitely needed a therapist, bro.
Yeah, she definitely.
But I don't know why she would resonate therapist with lawyer. You know, it seemed like she got a little issues. I wouldn't say daddy issues, but something there.
Don't forget to do the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, and
hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button.
And do your thing. The next video will be...
It's on yours or mine?